All right, we officially made it to a new spot. Finally. Rather than fish the same place 2 days in a row, or 3 days in a row now. We found a new spot, and yeah, pretty hopeful for it. Looks good. Super freaking pretty though. Yeah. I'm looking for one bite, and we're looking for that right bite. So I'm just gonna try to cover the whole creek here and see if we can get it. Might even have to work our way down. To somewhere else. What we're fishing today was a Rapala, or I guess it's what are they called now? I don't even know, but throwing that on the Shogun. With the way things have been recently in fishing, I may end up switching to a jerkbait here pretty soon, maybe, but we'll find out. So this is a 1/2 ounce. I normally will throw the 3/8 ounce, but I couldn't find the 3/8 ounce in this color. So yeah. Also brought glide bait and my glide bait rod out today, so you shall see. I may end up throwing a jig at some point. I may end up wading at some point in my shorts and my Converse. So we'll see how all this goes. I don't think it's terribly deep here, but yeah, like I said, looking for one fish. One fish is always the goal. Never want a skunk. Skunk action is amazing. It's my favorite underspin. And really, like, I guess swim jig too. It's one of my favorite swim jigs. If you want to call it a swim jig, it's more of an underspin than a swim jig. But yeah. So it's a beautiful place. Yeah, can't really complain. Never been here before, and figure it out. I didn't bring that much stuff. I only brought jerk baits, crankbaits, swim baits. I did bring some panoramas, but I plan on throwing those on a jig, if anything. Might even have to work my way down to that tree over there if I can get down there. So we'll see. Should be a good day. I'm not sure where it would be better at. If it would be better upstream or better, downstream. But, figure it out. There's also a tree over there. I would kind of like to get to the other side, but that's going to be an impossible ass task to do. So, yeah. That's what walking wise. Trying to walk over there would be impossible. But trying to cast over there wouldn't be all that bad. So, I guess actually, it's a lot more open than I thought it was going to be. I guess I can put my spare rod up. That's what I normally like to do on my backpack. There he is. guess I'll show you what my backpack looks like. So, this is it. Hold up. This is my backpack. Plain, but it works. So yeah. It's a lot more open than I thought it was going to be, so just slide her on in. This thing works great with everything pretty much except treble hooks. Treble hooks like to, snag. So actually, I'm going to put up my wallet and my phone. Thing is put back in my backpack. Now we're going to be throwing the glide bait around. This is just a cheap glide bait that I found at a Sportsman's Warehouse in Eureka, of all places. Super muddy right here. But yeah, so put everything in my backpack so I can pretty much wade up to like mid-thigh, I want to say. So yeah. Alright, well, my thing is not tuned for this. It's tuned for, much bigger bait. Oh wow, that's not bad, honestly. That's not bad. But if you go too fast, it doesn't look good. Let's see how this goes now. Not really where I wanted it, but that's okay. So I guess this is kind of, like a slow swim, basically. I think we'll definitely catch fish. Oh yeah, that'll play. I gotta get better at casting this thing. I'm not very good at it. So it does sink, which is nice. So I can chop it, or I can just freaking let it fly, man. Chop it, or smooth little ass. I don't really like to chop baits. I'm not really a big chop person. But I might start chopping. Be catching fish on jerk baits, so I try to replicate a little bit, but with the glide bait, I think this might be on the bottom. No. Dude, it swims amazingly. Swims great. Oh no. No. Now that bait's gonna be on the bottom, but let's chop it. To go fishing with my dad this weekend, man. I'm really excited. I'm gonna take the boat out, I think. I haven't taken the boat out in like forever. So yeah, I'm pumped for that. The only thing I don't like about the spot so far is that I Haven't even seen a sign of life anywhere. They could just be out deep though. If there's even bass in here. I hope there is. I found this spot while I was at the gym on the treadmill earlier today, and I was like, well, I don't got anything better to do besides homework, which is gonna take me like an hour to do. It's like, I'll go fishing, you know? Man, I almost just ate shit. So yeah, it's mad slippery in here. This water's cold. Fudge me, man. So I am yet to catch a fish on this pole. Like every pole and like every combo that I've gotten, I've caught a fish on, but this one, which kinda is upsetting to me a little bit. I don't really like this whole waiting idea. So this water, this bank is not super forgiving right now. Oof. Cold, man. Cold. Cold water. Let's think. Wind it back, you know. Really peaceful here, which is nice. Definitely an added bonus. Hate fishing places that are loud. Literally just did a full 360 just by stopping. That's nice. So, if this spot sucks and I kind of blew a day and gas money that I definitely don't have, then that sucks. You know, looking for just one, man. Just one fish come along and be like, oh, easy meal. Oh, there's grass in here too. So when I tell you I have no idea how to know if a fish is on when I'm fishing a glide bait, I'm not lying because I've never caught a fish on a glide bait. But at the same time, I think I've probably only thrown a glide bait, you know, maybe 7 or 8 times for more than like 5 casts. Maybe. I always like to bring it, I just never end up using it, you know. Because, you know, it's like, oh yeah, man, I'm fishing a glide bait, man. Fishing something cool, man. And then it's just like, I hate this thing, man. I never catch any fish. But I don't really catch fish anyways, so. Oh, big splash. Not very good at casting this thing. It's a big rod. So this is my 6th sense response. 7'10", extra heavy, moderate fast. It's my glide bait rod, glide bait and swim bait. I have a Daiwa Alexa 300 HL. I got, like 40-pound braid on here, and then 20-pound fluorocarbon as a leader. Yeah, this is this setup. I love it. Initially, I bought the reel for a different rod. Well, I was planning on getting this reel, but for a Okuma, big swim bait rod. I was like, oh yeah, that'll look great. And then I went to go buy the rod, and my girlfriend was like, no, you can't buy that. Like, I already bought it for you. And I'm like, all right, okay, like, I'm just gonna get the reel. So I got the reel, and I ended up getting this rod for Christmas. And I was like, oh, sick. Like, I got this new rod and reel combo. I kind of forgot about the rod that my girlfriend got me. And that was because it was supposed to get here on like December 16th or the 17th or something like that. I ended up calling not after New Year's, but I ended up calling on sometime a little bit before New Year's, I think. I was like, hey, my rod hasn't gotten here, what's up with it? And the lady was like, oh, it was lost in transit. And it's like, all right, well, was I just never gonna get anything? Pretty expensive rod. And she was like, oh, no. We'll send you one. So I never got to even try the Okuma rod, because I was just like, you know what, screw it. Yeah, the Okuma rod is cool and all, but I don't have it, and I'm not gonna sit here and kind of wait for a rod that I don't have, that who knows if it'll even get here, because the first one I got never showed up, so if you can't tell, I'm about mid-thigh deep in water. It's about 70 something degrees outside, and this is hella cold. So yeah. Glide bait may not be the move here. I may end up switching to a jig with the panorama on it. Or I may end up leaving because this water's freezing. But I might also end up putting a jerk bait on too. I don't know. But I just saw my first signs of life. I saw a little aquatic crustacean. So now something lives in here besides freaking snakes. So there's a warning about snakes when I got here. I was walking in. It was a little bit of a hike too, and now that my feet are wet and my socks are wet and my Converse are wet and most of my legs are wet and kind of frozen, I'm not really looking forward to it. But maybe I should have brought the fly rod out, because I do have a fly rod. I just also happen to have no idea what I'm doing with the fly rod, which having no idea what I'm doing is pretty much how I've lived life so far. But, you know, that was tough. Oh, we got a little mosquito landing on me, but there's no way for a mosquito to get me because I got my sweatshirt on. Because I'm like, oh, it's gonna get cold. Which now I'm thinking about that. It's gonna get cold. And I'm fishing my glide bait like a jerk bait right now because I wasn't paying attention. Because pretty much all I've been throwing for the last like 2 days is just jerk baits. So enough rambling, I guess. But I don't think I'll ever be ordering a rod from Bass Pro Shops again. Or at least, I don't think my girlfriend will ever order a rod from Bass Pro Shops again. Not that she goes fishing very much. She will go to the ocean with me, and we'll go catch Dungeness crab, which is really fun, in my opinion. It's kind of gross. You get a bunch of fish guts on you for bait and stuff. Oh. But I don't know. I like it. And catching the crab is fun, man, you know. Go out there, big, 10-foot rod. Actually, I don't even throw a 10-foot rod. I have the Penn Battle 5, I think. And I have that combo. That was also a Christmas gift. Most of the rods and stuff I get are Christmas gifts. Besides my Shimano and Berkeley rod. The Shimano Sahara is not a gift. I bought that myself. But I ended up buying that with gift cards that I got for Christmas. So, yeah. We're out here on, I think, a little estuary up the river. I'm gonna ask what river? Well, the Sacramento River. That's about as much as I'll tell you where I am. I feel like I'm like one of the only people that doesn't like human interaction when he's fishing. Like, besides the person that I'm with, if I'm like with my dad, or if like my girlfriend's following behind me on her paddleboard while I'm like on my kayak and stuff, like, I don't really like human interaction when I'm trying to fish. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will like kind of like, fudge. Okay, we got it out. I feel like a lot of people like come up to you like trying to fish. And they're like, oh, have you caught anything? You know? It's just like, usually be like some old lady, or like, must be like crazy, but like one time I was at Bodega Bay with did you see how smooth that cast was though? It was crazy. I was at Bodega Bay with my girlfriend, and she had went and was going to get us food, and I kid you not, right, like when you fish, like you have some etiquette, like you don't come into like this, like a person's space, you know, like you kind of like stay in your own lane kind of deal. I kid you not, this family of like, I don't know, I would say 7 or 8 kids comes over and is just crawling around where I'm trying to fish and where I'm trying to grab and where I got my pole set up and everything. I'm like, what the hell? You know, like obviously, like I don't own the jetty. I don't own, you know, like that section of the jetty or anything. But it's like, I don't know, man. I just kind of like having, you know, space. I don't know if that makes me kind of a dick or not. I'm getting good at these backhand casts, because sure as hell can't cast normally. So, like, look at that, bruh. Like, I don't even think I could do that with a spinning rod. I've been using spinning rods my whole life. Okay. Alright, bro. I gotta get a new reel for this thing. You know, once I get paid from TikTok, which fingers crossed I do, start getting videos that actually get some views on them. Which I know is also my fault because my videos are trash. But, like, I want to get, like, this, like, rod. So, you know, I just flipped around. So it's a 7.3. It doesn't even have, like, medium, heavy, or anything like that. It's a 7.3, but it's 1/4 to 1 ounce. Like, I want another one of these. But I want a different one. I want a better brand. Or just, you know, a little bit more expensive, you know. And on that one, this is gonna sound outrageous, but I kind of want to get a Calcutta Conquest or the Daiwa Ryoga. I want to get one of those, but I don't know what size they come in. I know they come in different sizes, but that's not really the point. So yeah. Also with like the backhanded cast, like it doesn't do the stupid, I'm gonna jinx it. Nope. Look at that, bro. That's insanity. Insanity, man. I was trying to go a little more to the left of that tree over there, but I didn't really get that. Which is fine. You know, I don't need to be super duper 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 precise with it. I don't know if the black and blue is a bad choice because it's kind of shaded here, but I've also seen stuff that says like use something that's gonna make, you know, that's what I was wanting right there, man. Crazy with the backhand cast, man. As I was trying to say, no, I want to get a Daiwa Ryoga, but because I really like Daiwa, but I also like Shimano too, and like, people be hating on both of them. It's like you have to be one or the other. It's just like I don't feel like that's true, bro. Like that's dumb. That's dumb, bro. Like they're both cool. They both kind of make the same thing. The only difference is Shimano's sometimes look cooler and Daiwa's sometimes look cooler, but overall they're pretty much the same in my opinion. The Shimano reel that I have is super smooth, but so is the Daiwa reel that I've got. So if you can't tell, the reason that I'm throwing backhanded is because of this tree here. I'm not trying to whack that thing every single time. And I'm trying to get over there, so going like that doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. I'm just yapping because I'm not catching fish. I'm not catching shiz. And yeah. I'm gonna jinx myself here, but I'm really happy that I haven't gotten, you know, like poison oak or anything in like the last like 2 days, man, because I've been tromping around through some nasty stuff. So the only reason I'm fishing an underspin right now is I went to Folsom Lake a few weeks ago. Gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous cast. But I went to freaking mosquitoes, man. God, man. I went to Folsom like 2 days. The only, I gotta put my hood on, hopefully not outrageous. The only fish I caught was on an underspin, but that was a white Ozuze with a bellows gill on it, which somebody who probably won't even watch the video will be like, Oh my god, you throw G-Crack with Mega Bass? What are you? Actually, it wasn't even a Bella's gill, it was a Bella's shad. But, yeah, no, I did. And so, yeah, I don't know. Back to the real conversation. I think not the greatest, could be better, but I think for the real I'm gonna get, it's kind of just gonna depend on the price, you know. It's like trying to get a job. I don't have a job right now. It's hard to get a job. The reason I've been able to fish so much, and I would have started this sooner, is because I'm done with baseball now for good. Alright, dude, there's no fish in here, bro. There's no fish in this spot. If there was, they don't want to eat my freaking underskin. I think I've thrown in there about 7 or 8 times now. But the reason that I can fish so much now is that I'm done with baseball. And so I got a bunch of time in the afternoon after school because I'm still going to school, which I think is a must. I think nowadays you pretty much gotta go to school unless you got 30 years of experience for a job that requires 10 years of experience. I'm trying to get a job. But no, I'm going to school. I'm looking to get a job in the morning, like probably like 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Like a stocking job somewhere, you know, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. You know, like I'm looking to get one of those. So that I can be pretty much done with whatever I have to do after, 12:15, which is when I get out every day, besides Friday. I don't have school on Fridays, so I just got thumped. I think I just got thumped, man, because I've thrown through here probably 8 or 9 times now. No, that would be 10. That'd be the 10th time. And I haven't been really hit by anything. Like, thrown to the same spots, working different levels of the water column. There's a weed right here, like directly like in front of me right there, that I keep hitting. So I know that's not a fish, but I got hit somewhere out there. Or maybe it was like right in here, but I can't even see over there. Even if I did have glasses on, I don't think I could see still. So yeah. And I do good in school too. Like I have really good grades. I had like a 3.6 GPA last semester while I was trying to try out for baseball, but I knew I wasn't going to make it because on July 8th of 2025, I tore my UCL. And that also, wow, I'm pretty much out of line right there. That also so happened to be the day that I moved in to my college apartment. So there was no getting out of the lease and, going somewhere else. So I kind of got stuck here. But that's fine. Which I'm not going to say where here is, because then maybe some freak will come and find my spots if they don't already know where it is. And, at this point, I think if you want this spot, you can just take it, dude. Like, I don't want it. Like, this spot kind of sucks. But, could also just be me, though. It's freezing cold. and I'm throwing a fast moving bait, you know, because I got a 1/2 ounce jig head on there. But yeah, no. I'm excited to start working. I want to work. I want to have my own money, my own like real money, not like, oh hey, like pay you $100, gonna move this, and that's like every month, basically. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited, actually. So, yeah. Sunday is the Super Bowl. I'm not even gonna watch it. Probably go fishing Sunday. I think it's supposed to be raining here. But I'll be back home because we went fishing with my dad on Saturday. So I'll be back home, I think. And, yeah. I don't know. This will most likely be a YouTube Shorts clip. I'll just post a 17-minute video of me talking and, you know. Actually, I'll probably just post this as a freaking YouTube video and just call it me chatting. Well, I guess if you're watching this video all the way through,